Okay, Grings. Join us. Okay, all right. So these subject matters have come up recently. The event, I haven't heard that title. I haven't heard that in ages. I guess we're still beating that drum. Not that anything's going to really happen, but well, technically, isn't the Middle East kind of an event? And Russia and Christmas is an event. Halloween's an event. Birthday parties are events. So, spiritual community has, well, spiritual narcissists have that, have the event all tied up in some kind of propaganda. That's not going to happen, but whatever. At least the way they say it, whatever. Just a bunch of noise, as usual. So also the Galactic Federation. I haven't tapped into that probably forever. And the Galactic Federation Alliance is, I think it's practically the same thing, but different but the same. So the idea is to connect to the Galactic Federation energies and just kind of give that perspective. Might not be the most exciting. Obviously, others out there are more exciting than I am, which is more power to you on that one. Yeah. Other than that, the event energies, yeah, that was, I forget what that was about. That was a while back, years ago. I forgot what was even connected to. Event for what? And then I remember there was supposed to be an event and it didn't happen. And then 2020 happened. But I think it was, the event was supposed to happen in 2018 or something. I don't remember. Whatever. Just a bunch of noise, as usual. So, enough on that one. So, what am I doing? RaiseHarmonTalk.com, 5 sessions, maybe. We have the schedule here, and we have the shop here somewhere. And we'll just leave it at that. So, okay. All right, we'll see how long we can get this one to go. So, yeah, the event's kind of like a trigger word for some people. Same old, right? A lot of hot air, but nothing there. So, tap. I don't know if the event's energy is really anything. I don't know if there's going to be anything there to bring up because it's nothing. Just spiritual, community propaganda. Obviously, there's always going to be some kind of event. And yeah, the financial energy is out for next year. You never know. We can still survive. Obviously there's going to be bumps in the road, but there's a bit of a purge there. But it doesn't mean it's going to be like the end or anything like that. People aren't that lucky yet. And the Unicorn Collective will come collect some of you, take you to where you need to go. If you, I want to put that one out there. People will be asking for that too. They're asking for Elvis, JFK Jr. I forgot what else was. Whatever I said last time. I don't remember. I'm so tired of it all. So whoever's going to come save you, hopefully that works out for you. So Fritzy's here. Just a man, co-pilot. So yep. So all right, connect to the, I guess the event energies. That's probably, it's like nothing there. We'll connect to that energy anyway, see if it has anything to say. Then we'll go into Galactic Federation energy and Galactic Federal Alliance, which is probably, it's like another whatever. So, all right, here we go. All right, blessings. Here we go. Brings through the consciousness of the event energies. Obviously, yes, many do create those timelines, but they're trying to manifest it. It's not always a spiritual groups, but yes, they do exist. But some are also creating financial events and all types of, they're trying to get something in the back end of it. Let's put it that way. And as for the spiritual events, yes, of course, there's a lot of, you have so many different alien groups here, and they can get mixed up just as much as you do. But yes, some do fall for the event energies too. Yes, you have gullibility here in the physical, but also in the non-physical. So it doesn't just stop here; it goes other places too. So when you hear about the event, some people that are tapping into it, yeah, they truly believe it's going to occur, even if it doesn't. And there's a lot of galactic groups that feel the same way. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. It is, well, it's manipulation to some level, but it's also other realities. They're just trying to manifest it. There's always, yeah, you don't always know where it's coming from. But for whether you're cult leaders that like the, well, because they have trigger words, they want to just show you that they're in control. They know what's going to happen. There's some kind of teacher, and really, that's not true. And yes, there's holes in their story. Of course, yes, the wolf in sheep clothing is very much in your reality, as you can see. And obviously, see how many are not strong enough to see through it. And most likely never will be. Well, not anytime soon. Those that aren't really spiritually developed are probably going to go for many lifetimes not. Well, because they don't really want to go deep into, the hardships of actually developing your spiritual connections. They just want the easy way. Yes, the easy button. And then they just tell everybody they're doing great. When in truth, they're getting manipulated left and right, which you've already seen that already. So usually it's the ones I feel that are very advanced, the ones that are being pulled into all the manipulations. Usually. So if you're humble, that's nice, but there's not many of you out there, as you know. So greens for the Galactic Federation energies. Well, it's up to you to decide where your world goes, of course. Of course, you're not always seeing the full picture of it. But yes, you're along for the ride. Let's put it that way. And there's hardships on all levels, but the physical realm, as you see, is a complicated realm. Then again, all dimensions of any type of life is complicated to a certain level. But yes, this one is extremely complicated because the human race on this world, closed off any help from the outside world. Well, spiritual communications, it's cloudy there. It's fogged out. Yes, you can connect it to a certain level, but you're not seeing the full picture of it because your society decided to live without it. Always a good portion of it. So once that was cut, it's difficult to bring it back. Well, it can be, but not anytime soon. Basically, what we're getting at is your entire society can connect to the spirit realms without any issues. But then again, yes, there's many here that are not extremely unprepared for it, and those are the one. Many of those are the ones that are developing more of the spiritual ability. It's interesting; those that are not looking for spirituality at all. You'd be surprised how many of those are actually connected but aren't aware of it. It's just so you're going to run into that. It's like some of you are developing your spiritual abilities, and then you run into somebody that doesn't believe in any of this, and their intuition is pretty accurate. Maybe not 100%, but decent enough and be able to read others, but still. Well, it's just that they're here to live the physical realm. And, for what, as if they have different reasons for it. Let's put it that way. And some of you are connected more to spirituality, so you can find your way out of the physical realm. And it's not as easy as you thought. The more you try to crawl yourself out of here, most likely the deeper you get. And yes, if you're extremely off, meaning like you feel like you're spiritually advancing and really in truth you're just falling for every type of guru that's out there, that's snake oil salesman energies, or just taking your mind and putting it into a headlock, which many are doing that. Well as a control. And if you must go through that, your guides are going to make sure you go through that. So if you already stepped into that door, they're gonna help you through it, but you need to fulfill it also. Now, when you're ready to leave that experience, and then yes, you can leave it. But if you're not, you're going to be there for a while. As you can see, many are quite fine where they are with that. Even those I feel like they are in the awakening state, and I think they have it all figured out. In truth, a lot of them are far from it. But they think that way, so it makes them feel good. And on a mental health level, that's probably where they need to be. But they're not always seeing the full picture. And obviously, you see the full picture here. You see more of the darkness here. Many people can't handle the darkness here, as you can see. Some of you can, but most can't. So yes, they get to the positivity because that's all they can handle. And that's as far as they want to go. Some of you are developing more of your deeper energies, your abilities. Yes, you can go light, dark, you can do all kinds of things. And yes, it's not easy, but you can still do all kinds of things. But others can just do the light. That's it. So yeah, dark is not for everybody. But some of you that have gone pretty deep into it, doesn't mean you're deep into it now, but you're aware of it. Just find some kind of balance where many of the light can't always find balance. And here in the physical realms, you're just bringing your knowledge here for people to figure themselves out, as well to assist those that want to break free of the physical or to better improve their physical incarnation. Greetings with the energies of the Galactic Federation. Yes, Alliance. Greetings. We're not always aware of how people call whatever name they use with us, but either way. Yeah, there's different ways of interpreting that frequency. Yes, those that feel like they are like the leader in those subject matters and feel like they're the only ones. Yes, there's the narcissism energy. Obviously, they're being controlled by some other party. Of course, I'll never admit to that one. Unlikely. And well, it's like they put their mind in a certain state of mind where they just feel like they're doing everything that's right, even if it's most of it's wrong. I mean, information should be open for everybody. I mean, yes, it doesn't mean you have to share everything to everyone, but it's good to be open to hear information from everyone. Let's put it that way. That you might have a connection, a channeling connection, whatever it might be, intuition, energy. But it's also good to hear what others have to say and share that energy. And you'd be surprised how powerful that can be. But if you're just telling everyone that you're the only one with that source, obviously there's some ego there that is impossible to heal. And is like a traitor of your society also. And they're not going to admit that. But that's pretty much what it is. Well, it's up to society to figure that out. And those that feel like there's others are just not there to figure that out at all. They're just going to stay in the shadows. Some just need a leader here, as you can see. Even if it's a false leader, and you're going to follow that person as far as it's everywhere. Which is kind of like, yes, giving away your free will to some level. And yes, you can go on with that for a very, very long time. Beyond this earth can vanish and it'll still be stuck in those timelines if they're going to give their power away that easily. And once again, many just those that they don't want to always find their individual person self. They just want to be need a leader, and they can't find their leadership, never going to find it, and just aren't aware of it, and they have a long ways to go. Or they might not ever find it. They might just continue in that cycle. Yes. Well, not necessarily forever, but it might feel like it's forever. Well, a lot of that comes from just lack of experience of the light and dark, both angles, and also just a lack of experience in general. They just haven't had that many experiences, but they feel like they have, but really they haven't. Well, not when it comes to this planet. But as you can see, the lessons of this world are necessary. You wonder why this world's here. It's for those that easily get pulled into manipulations, and they get trapped here. So that's why this one of the reasons why this world's here. It's like we have a trap door for you. You keep falling into it. I guess we're going to leave that door open until people stop falling into it. And it continues on and on and on. So that's one of the reasons why this world's here. Yes, it can be healed. Door can be closed. The world can move on. But obviously, not everyone's figuring this out. You figure out this planet and just once again, yes, be open to information from others. Doesn't mean you have to agree with everybody, but it's just not to rely on one source, but several sources. I mean, that's what makes it complicated, but it makes it better than just relying on one person. Just like they're the only ones that know everything, and they're just misleading you, taking you for a ride. So, yeah, they have to put on appearances. That's the smile, the elegance, the prettiness. Well, they use a lot of magic with that. And doesn't mean they're magical, that good at it, but they still use that as it's kind of like a teleprompter type of individual. It just reads off a teleprompter to program society. So you're going to see that. I mean, realize when you heal this world's of challenges, you don't, so yes, you learn from the challenges, but then you don't fall for the same tricks anymore. Society just doesn't fall for any of it anymore. That's when your world evolves into the next level. Now it is evolving. We are evolving individually, yes. Even if you do get pulled into these manipulations, you still evolve in some ways. Well, obviously, I feel like they're evolving, and it is true. But that evolving can take a long time to break out of. So, but if they're willing to hear, there's a way out of that, but they're not listening to you, you can tell them, it's like, are you sure about this? And they're not listening. Well, that's something they need to go through, as you can see. So, but yes, connecting more to your individual self, and you will see yourself more prosper over time. So, blessings.